So hi everyone. Today we'll be discussing about a very interesting library in Python called as the Pandas profiling that can help us to analyze any sort of a data set, data frame within minutes, and you are taken away from that headache of like checking out what is the correlation between variables, what is the distribution for a variable. Now with just one single line of code, you can analyze all that and then can export it to a file as well. So let's get started. So today we will be showing a demo for how wide data profiling works and eventually over Titanic dataset. So let's go through it. So first of all, you need to pip3 install ydata hyphen profiling library. I have already pip installed it. So first of all, do that. Apart from that, we will be importing a few libraries, pandas and ydata profiling. So we'll be executing this now. So by the time it gets executed, as you can see in the next section, we'll be reading out the train.csv file that I already have in my local system using pandas.readcsv. We have loaded that into a data frame with a variable name df. Now, using the profile report function that we have imported from ydata profiling, we will be generating a report for this particular data frame. Now let's see what is in the report. So here you can see that a few progress bars, you can see how what is happening inside. So summarizing the data set is going on right now. Here you can see the progress as well. The next step is generating a report structure. So all the visualizations, all the formatting stuff is now getting done. This takes a couple of minutes. Now rendering it into an HTML. So eventually, as you can see that the last code snippet is also like storing this whole report into an HTML file. So now here the report is generated. Now we will be discussing about what actually is in the report. So here you can see multiple. Here you can see the overview. So overview section here you can see summarize the overall data, total number of variables present, number of total observations, missing cell values. Missing cell percentage is nearly 8%. So of the total data set, total values that are present, 8% of values are missing. Duplicate, there is no duplicate. Total memory is 83 kbs, and numerical are 5 columns and categorical 7 columns. It's quite interesting. Here you can see, go to the alerts. So you can see that a few interesting points that the report is able to get for us is that the name has a very high cardinality, 891 distinct values. So every name is distinct. Ticket is also having a very high cardinality, 681. Cabin is also very high cardinality. Here you can see high correlation between these two variable types is detected. Columns with high missing values are also mentioned here. Cabin has 77% missing, while age is nearly 20% missing. The distribution for these columns have been mentioned that the distribution for passenger ID, name, and ticket is quite uniform. Passenger ID, I think it would be unique for everyone, hence that is coming as uniform. SIB, Parch, and Fair has this percentage of zeros in the value. So these are the interesting points that the library is able to mention. Now going to the variable section. So here you can, from the drop down, select out any variable and see its distribution and different stats on that. So total distinct values in sex column is 2, distinct percentage is 0.2, missings are 0, and here you can see the distribution key. What is the male distribution, what is the female distribution? Now if we go for a numerical column, so here you can see how a histogram has been built by the column. Here you can go for more details as well. Minimum, maximum values, zeros, negative values present, everything has been mentioned. Mean, maximum, minimum, distinct values are that are present. So basically all the major common statistics has been calculated for each and every column. Here you can check out for other columns as well. Now, talking about the interaction, so it is able to plot out scatter plots amongst all the possible combinations of two columns. So if you select age and if you select fair, so you can see the distribution for that. Similarly, if you select with age, here you can see the distribution using the scatter plots. Now, there is a correlation plot. As you can see, it's a heat map which you can observe. That is quite interesting to see, and it's automatically built for you now in the report itself. And the values for the correlation can also, if you are not comfortable with heat map, the tables are as well present. Here you can see the actual absolute values of correlation between them. Now this is Pearson correlation. Do you remember this? It is linear correlation only. Apart from that, missing values are also mentioned. What is the percentage of missing values? This is the total count, and if a count is missing, that means the values are missing in that column. So here you can see the Kevin has just 204 values. That is, rest of the values are missing. Now here you can see that a few samples from the dataset has also been loaded for your understanding. What are the actual values? How does a single entity look like? So you can see how Pandas profiling is providing you with multiple insights on your data set, like the basic overview, a distribution of every variable, the interaction between two pair of columns using scatter plots, correlation being plotted using heat maps, missing value percentage, and samples also. Now, if you wish to store this file into an HTML file, here you can do this by using this particular command, that is report to underscore file. Now this gets exported to an HTML file. Now you can share it with the colleagues as well.